Okay guys, this whole flight session was not going as I planned, but what I also tested on the Speedy, and that's at least a nice outcome, is the Runcam Phoenix 2. Having it side by side with the Micro Eagle, it looks damn similar. The quality is very natural, yeah, like the Eagle I'd say. And I will test this for you in the hangar regarding the latency, but I mean, I had no issues, but maybe it has a higher latency than the RCSchim. We will see about this. I didn't feel it on my first flight, but that's a bit higher latency for analog cams. But still, 21, 22 milliseconds can get away with this, and it has such a good image. So it's often a trade-off between image and speed. And in this case, I think I prefer the image quality. So 21 in the glass-to-glass latency test, where here's the cam, here's the screen, here's the photodiode, and measuring the time it takes from the LED to the camera seeing it and displaying it on the screen. So the screen has like 4 to 5 milliseconds latency as well. So I could also measure the latency of when do we see the new image on the video cable. So make the oscilloscope probe the yellow line and display it here. Then it's more accurate and shows the cam's latency. But this is kind of the real world latency. And also for digital latency tests like DJI Digital, I have to use glass to glass because I can't probe the line, the data line, as I can in analog. So let's say it's around the 20 milliseconds, which is okay. Everything below, like say 30 milliseconds, is quite fine for me. Just wanted to show you the backside of this thing here, and it has no VBAT. So it has no volt sensing, which is okay if you have a copter with OSD itself. But on simpler installations, this could be a reason not to get this thing. But as I said, the quality was really, I think it was the best quality I've seen so far. This makes me want to stay analog, I have to say. On the first shot here you see my copter still standing there because there I had the best reception, and I recorded this with the DJI DVR. So you see really good color reproduction, very natural image. Here you see I used the DJI DVR and the Clearview goggles module in my DJI goggles, and they scroll as well. They scroll sideways, not up and down like the rapid fires, but they do scroll sometimes. Against direct sunlight, it's not as perfect as with HDR cams like the Razer 3, but it's decent, and I could fly really well with it. Even on rainy days like here, I felt the whole scenery is very well lit. So you get a really decent camera that performs good under many circumstances. And I've seen on shout out to Kremer. Check his side-by-side comparisons. I may steal a screenshot here as well. On Gal's comparison, you see that even the night flying works quite good with this cam. It's not a 100% low light cam or night flying cam, but it's a decent cam to fly day and night. Yeah, and even in this shot, it was rainy. The lens was a bit wet against the morning sun, so quite challenging, and it worked. It was not perfect, but it worked for me. The other thing I also tested with the Speedy and with Analog today was the DJI goggles Analog with the external AV mod. It worked today. I mean, it worked for like two and a half flights without freezing. What I changed is I mean, my storage card is fast enough. It's an U3, U3 is classified as 30 megabytes per second at least. I tested it on my Windows PC with 65 megabytes per second continuous write speed, so this should be enough, come on. What I did is I reformatted the SD card in the goggles, maybe this helps. The second thing I did is I upgraded the goggles firmware to 1.0.4, the current version as of 31st January 2020. So maybe they fixed the AV freezing in the firmware, but I will keep having it as a second pair of goggles recording and see if it is reliable. I would really love it to be reliable for my flights. Well, who wouldn't, yeah. So we will see about this and I will keep you posted. Shout out to Furadi, who also tested it quite nicely. Apparently he didn't have any issues. I really look forward to this 6S copter review, but I couldn't finish it today. In the meantime, thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye for now. Please subscribe and also use the bell icon to get notifications when I upload new videos.